Welcome in, guys. On location, so having some issues. Sorry it took so long. First Thursday night. Let's see how this goes. And we'll start off with Skylar. Pick one, full PPR, Rice or Ridley, or Waddle. Honestly, it's between Rice and Waddle. We're not quite sure what Ridley's going to do or how that offense is going to look in Tennessee. I'm more also worried that the Dolphins game gets out of control. So I'm going to roll with Rice here. Hopefully that helps Skylar. Ooh, or Brian Thomas. Sorry, I just saw that part. With that, I will probably end up going. I still think I go Rice just to play it safe. I like Brian Thomas Jr. since he's getting the start, but it's just too much risk right now. Hey, Daniel, welcome back. Have the Jets D. Would you play Jets D or drop one of these for the Bengals? I would probably drop Lloyd or Corum and pick up the Bengals for this week. Just again, we're not quite sure how that offense is going to look or that defense is going to look. They've lost a couple players that make me a little more nervous. Skylar again. Let's see. Pick one, full PPR, Ridley or Diggs. They're both really toss-ups. At this point, I'm probably going to go Diggs just because I like that offense a little more. Still really want to see what they do in Tennessee. All right. Ooh, Daniel with the tough one. Tight end or wide receiver here. Man, I don't know. I really like McBride. I like the talent that he has. But McLaurin with a rookie quarterback, I think you're going to have to roll McBride here. That's also a weakness of the Bills. So they could really exploit that and really cause some issues for that defense. Bills also have a lot of people banged up. Daniel again, McBride or Kelsey. It's still probably going to be McBride. The Reigns make me a little more nervous. I think Kelsey actually gets a couple more dump offs this week because of it, though. So that's going to be a nice little boost to him. But I'm not really liking his play this week specifically. All right, Daniel, let's see. Warren, Gus, Dobbs, Shakir, or M. Williams. Warren's coming off an injury. Gus is splitting with Dobbins. So I'm probably going to go Dobbs since that's also a whole offense that's kind of beat up. I like Shakir as well because it's PPR. But it's still really up in the air between those two. Probably going to go Dobbs, though. All right, Daniel again. Moore, Palmer, Kirk, Ridley, or Waddle. So I'm picking 3. So I'm sitting 2. Sitting's going to be easier for me. I'm going to sit Ridley and Waddle. It's close between Waddle and Kirk. I'm just so worried the Dolphins get up and they're able to run it out and really use that backfield. Hey, Jody, welcome in. With news at hand, you still like Higgins over Pickens? Yes, more so because I'm nervous for the Steelers offense and the fact that Arthur Smith just doesn't know what to do a lot of the time. So I'm still going to go Higgins. I know it's an injury issue, but I'm not going to be too worried about it, especially since, granted, I know Chase is going to be playing, but it's still just it's a little more scary. Hey, Daniel, welcome in, man. Uh-oh. And yeah, that a baby. Yeah, that definitely seems more realistic. So definitely enjoying having you guys back. It's a big plus. It's weird. We're trying out this Thursday thing to kind of see how it goes, get you guys ready for the week. Answer your Start 6 question since we are planning to do a show Wednesday. Our roster of the people will be Wednesday. You're going to see me here Thursday night. Then Sunday morning, I'll be here, as well as we're trying to decide between Monday and Tuesday night. I'm waiting to hear from Mike what we're kind of planning to do there. But if you guys have any other questions, hit me up. Clearly wide available right now. Outside of that, let's see. Going to go to Fantasy Life app here. Roger Dakadell had Scoff or Dak. I'm going to go Goff here. I think the offense is really set up for a big week. That's the highest. Vegas has that as the highest over-under of the week, so definitely a big plus there. Kate 17 has Ravens or Raiders D. I'm going to go Ravens. The Raiders defense really beat up, and I'm not quite sure how they're going to look. The offense makes me even more nervous, so I'm going to try and stay away from that as well. T. Higgins or Scary Terry, week 1. Happy to help, Jody. Anytime. Hopefully that explanation gives you a little more in depth to what you're looking for. Okay, T. Higgins, Scary Terry. Like you brought up, T has a injury with Chase potentially coming back. It could also end up hurting him. Just because of uncertainty there, I'd much rather roll with McLaurin and hope for the best. Doc 42OC has Rashee Rice or Deebo Samuel in non-PPR. So that makes a big difference. I'm going to go with the guy who makes bigger plays, and that's going to be Deebo. Not particularly close, just because, again, he's used in more ways. He has a lot of he has a whole lot of other weapons to kind of pull away from. Rice is going to be probably fine, but the bigger plays aren't going to be there, and you're expecting Deebo more likely to score than Rice. I do have them both scoring a touchdown this week in projections currently, though. So could be a big game there. But yeah, so nice start for today. I know the game's, 25 minutes away. So we'll see how that ends up going. But until then, if you guys have any more questions, go ahead and ask. I will start going through some of the other Discord questions here. Let's see. Going to man, there's nothing really going on. Kirk Cousins or Jordan Love. Looking at those two, I'd much rather go with Cousins. Again, I know it's Atlanta and we're used to seeing them run, but I think he's just a more consistent player. I like Love. I think he's going to be fine. Again, I'm more nervous about all of his weapons, all seeming to have injuries of some sort. And the matchup isn't super for that team. Let's see. Going into wide receivers, Godwin or Waddle. That's close. Again, I'm just so nervous that the Dolphins run away with it. And if that happens, they're going to lean on the run. You'll see a lot more of Achane than I want. And even potentially Jalen Wright, just because they could get up and run away with it and not have any issues. So because of that, I'm going to lean Godwin here. Need to sit one of these guys, Deebo, Devontae, or Rashee Rice. Of them, I'm probably going to sit Smith as the background or the secondary player. Deebo is a 1A to 1B with Ayuk, and then Rashee is clearly going to be the 1A for that team outside of clearly Travis Kelce, but completely different issue there. Hey, Kangaroo Jumper, welcome in. Pick 2, Waddle, Rice, MHJ. Looking here, it's going to be Rice and MHJ for me. Again, keep bringing it up. I'm super nervous about Waddle and the Dolphins being able to run away with it legitimately. And so because of that, I want to see the rookie. He should be the main target for Kyler Murray. And so I think that's definitely going to be a big benefit. Oh, Daniel, so jealous. Vampire League, love it. Pick 2, Pittman White, Connor, Ridley, Pickens, or Flowers. Doesn't say if it's PPR or not. I'm going because that's what I do. I always prefer to go PPR, and based off of that. So because of that, I'm probably going to go with White and man, I kind of want to go Pittman. I'm just so nervous. Downs has been dealing with an injury, and he usually siphoned some away. So because of that issue, I'm probably going to roll with Flowers since we have to know tonight. If you want to play it really, really safe, I'd go White and Connor. I think in standard specifically, that really helps. Even in PPR, they're probably another really safe floor for both of you. Hey, Polo, welcome back, man. We are back. It's going to be the first one. We'll see how this ends up working out. So, yeah, Daniel. So with that in mind, I'd definitely roll out Connor and White to play it safe. If you have wild hair, I'd go White and Flowers. You really just want to go wild, it'd be Pittman and Flowers, but since it's a vampire and you could potentially lose somebody, I would hate to lose Pittman. So that'd be a little more than what I would be banking on for sure. All right. Just keep rolling through. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and ask them now. Who's the worst out of Tank Dell, Rashi Rice, Jalen Waddle? It's going to be Waddle. He's, again, not the one. Dell, I think that offense is going to really be rolling, and so I absolutely love that. For the Texans, I'm super impressed with that offense, and now that they added Diggs, I think he's actually going to hurt Schultz more than anybody else, and so with that in mind, I'm trying to keep that kind of under wraps and back off of it just a smidge. So little nervous. I'm really excited to see how all the targets end up shaking out this week. It's going to be a real fun time. All right, we'll get into some of the nastiness here. Taysom Hill or Kyle Pitts? So Kyle Pitts, again, is completely healthy, but it's probably the safer play. I'm not going with Kyle Pitts. I'd much rather roll up Taysom Hill. There's a lot of injuries on the Saints right now. I like how they're using him. This is his last year on his contract, as we have talked about. If you haven't seen 32 teams in 32 days, I actually really think the opportunity for Hill's a lot higher this week. There's also Kamara being a little temperamental with his injury or his body in general. So completely understand. He's a heck of a player, but it just makes me a little more nervous than I need to be. So that has me a little iffy. Let's see. Any other good questions? Tajay Spears, Zamir White, or Jalen Warren. So Warren's been dealing with injury. They came out today saying that Zamir might not have the full job. They're really hoping for somebody to take the reins. So that also kind of gets me away from Zamir White. With that in mind, I'm probably going to Tajay Spears. I think that Will Levis is going to get his first start. He has two passing down backs, Pollard and Spears. I think Spears is more explosive. As we said, in 32 teams to 32 days, he was a cheaper option in drafts for sure. And so managers got pretty lucky if they do actually end up splitting that, because Spears is a more explosive back, in my opinion. Really think he's just a solid player. And so I think it's going to be a really good time. But thank you, Daniel. Let's see here. What do we got? 2 quarterback. Oh, you're in a super flex. Congrats. Pick 2. Richardson, Jackson, Murray. So Richardson coming off an injury. I'm kind of nervous. I also don't love his matchup this week, potentially without Downs. Also, Mo Alley Cox. Jelani Woods out for the year with turf toe. I don't love that for him either. So I'm going to roll out Jackson and Murray. You have to kind of go with who you drafted first right now for the most part, unless there's just absolutely excellent matchups. And if you guys haven't already, joined our Discord. Mason Cameron, who will be on tomorrow with his betting picks with Vishal Gupta. Both are really great guys who give excellent tips for betting. And one of the things he brought up today, actually, giving you a little sneak peek of what you find in the Discord, we have a +3 when the Ravens, it's +3 because of the fact that they are, I think it was 27-10 when they're underdogs or neutral game script. So the +3, they've hit it like 27 out of 33 times or 34 times. It's a super impressive bet for you guys. Same note, he also had Henry with the over 7.5 receiving yards. You put those two together, you're probably looking at +250 or 300, depending what app you're on. And so definitely a big boost there. But yeah, man, I just thought for sure there'd be a little more. Likely or Musgrave, that's kind of a fun one. So the Ravens have shown up to include more 2 tight end sets, which I think is actually going to be probably their best move, since they don't really have a second receiver. They don't believe in Bateman like they should. But every year they give him a lot of hype. He shows what he can do, and they just don't respect it. So with Flowers and Andrews, I also think Andrews had a car accident, has been redshirting or been in a non-contract jersey pretty much all off season since his car crash. is healthy, is going to go. So I would definitely go likely there. Musgrave also dealing with his own injuries, so not super happy about that. But yeah. Any other questions, you guys? We got 10 minutes before we're out of here. Then we should be good to go. Really appreciate everybody stopping in. I know this is not the normal Sunday show, but wanted to try and give you guys more options. I know last year we would do this before our Roster People show. So Daniel coming in with the hard-hitting questions. Do I think Chase plays? So I kind of been saying it all offseason. I do think so. To what extent is going to be a little harder to tell. Just because he does have 2 years left on his contract, it's harder to kind of have a point, a position of strength when you're trying to have that kind of talks to extend your contract. Higgins is pretty much done. He signed his franchise tag, so they know for sure they have him for a year. But with Chase, they have him for 2. He wants to get paid more. Completely understand that. It's so difficult to even think about that as him not playing for this year and still having to play 2 years. Because if he doesn't play, he forfeits this year pretty much. So he could, I guess, say he got hurt in practice, or go out and do one play and get hurt. In any case, the bigger story is actually Yoshi Voss, Big the starter. Anytime, Daniel. Happy to help. But that's been the bigger news note for this week has been Yoshi Voss being a potential streamer for you guys. The free square, if Chase is out, it'll be Higgins and Yoshi Voss as the 1-2. Bright kid. I thought Burton was going to be the one, but Bengals clearly like the kid from the Ivy League. Pretty sure it's Yale, but I'm really bad with Ivy League schools. They all just get jumbled up in my brain. So, got a big tag, huh? Start Rashi tonight or Terry McLaurin. Just because of the rain, man, it's so tough. I still, because of the rain, I'm going to go with McLaurin there. Actually, Javonte Williams. That's somebody that's been quietly getting undercut in a lot of areas. I think Javonte Williams is a really good streamer or a flex for you guys. With Bo Nix coming in to be the quarterback in Denver, having a stable running back who, granted, yes, I've been dealing with injury, has missed a lot of games. I think he comes back with vengeance. Also, that offense is set up to do pretty much focus on a pass catching back. They also really haven't done anything to the wide receiver core. So I'm also getting a little nervous there. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure to join the Discord, like and subscribe, hit the notifications. You'll see it. Like I said, Friday we have a show for all the degenerates, all the bettors. You want to hop in on that. Then Sunday morning, I will be back an hour before kickoff to help set your lineups. Have a game tomorrow. So if you guys didn't know that, we have a game tomorrow as well. Both tonight and tomorrow are on Peacock. So if you haven't, they are running a promotion right now, $4.99 for 4 months. Definitely want to do that because they just raised their price to $11.99. I literally cut that out until I saw that they're running the promotion. So make sure to do that as well. You guys have any other questions? I mean, if not, I'm going to probably bounce out and we'll try and get a little better next time. I know this is not the most ideal situation just because, again, weird time. Not first week. Don't really, I mean, a lot of people are sticking with who they drafted first, which is a good strategy. You drafted these people higher for a reason. Yeah, man. We're doing roster resolutions. We still sell that on the site. We also added some new merch. If you guys haven't checked that out, I got kind of bored and started doing like definition shirts that I thought were pretty interesting. But yeah, we're still doing roster resolution. We'll still do roster of the people on starting next Wednesday. We'll have waiver wire on Monday. So or Tuesday, I guess. We'll see. That's been another thing that's up in the air. So hope that helps, Polo. But yeah, so kind of new schedule. Sorry, this is the first night. Hope you all get to enjoy the Chiefs and Ravens. I heard it's currently raining, so not super, but should make a fun game. Not the most ideal situation. So, in any case, I think that's it. Don't see anything else going on. So I really appreciate you guys. If you haven't, make sure you check out the website, like and subscribe. And again, thank you so much. And remember, as always, to keep up the nonsense.